Hey Supers and MapleStory, I'm MrSuperCraft and today we are going to talk about Keybinds. Keybinds is one of the important things in MapleStory and it essentially makes you choose how you play your class. So I have my Keybinds here and I will tell you about everything I do in my keybind settings. So I will divide this whole keyboard setup to a couple of parts. I can say the first part is the left part, from shift all the way to B, and there's a sort of line splitting the keyboard here, and I will tell you about each row and things I do here. Usually I put my mobility skills at Q, and for classes that use double jump I basically put other things there. Usually it's a secondary skill, just like I put in the E keybind. So Q is another secondary attack keybind. Alright, moving to the next, I usually put the Shikigami hunting or all of your main skills, the spammable skills, I usually put them on W. Another secondary skill on E, and this is the part where stuff kind of change depending on your class. I usually put the toggleable skills at the S key, and the D key is usually potions, but I switch it for Kishin and other summon skills in higher levels. On A there's the Nine-Tailed Fury. I usually put potions here as well, but I switch them. This just feels comfortable for me. After that I use Y and the 4 key to use my binds, but it kinda depends on what's your playstyle. I just put it on Y because it's accessible for me with the left hand. And on T I put the Vanquisher charm, just so it will be closed there, so I can bind and burst right after that. And on the bottom row there's the barriers I can put. I don't use them really often, but they are still somewhat useful. I use the Princess Vow and the 3 skills I have. And here is the more interesting part. I put the Decent Holy symbol on Shift, Control for Haku Reborn, and the Tengu Strike on Alt, so I can actually spam Shikigami hunting and Tengu Strike together when I grind. And it's pretty comfortable for me when I do that. And let's go on the top row, and there's the Power Elixir. Originally it was on the D or A keys, but kinda has too much skills to manage at once, so I put it on the top row, so it's still pretty accessible to use. After that I have the Spirit's Domain, Yuki Musume Shokan, and Veritable Pandemonium, and also the Ghost Yaksha Great Oni Lord's Legion. And all of those have sort of cooldowns, so I put them on the top row, so I can just use them whenever their cooldown is off. Also got the Elder Nova, which is a spare bind when I need it, Hero's Wheel, and the Snake Eye, which is the soul skill. And that's basically the left area. Now let's move to the right. Here is the more stuff I usually manage, because most of the time I use the arrow keys to move, and I don't really use those actions that often, like Button Analysis, Professions, Silent Crusade, Soul Weapons. What I do use from time to time is the Exorcist charm, which cancels the knockback from certain hits. Also the equipment and stats on M and N, skills and quest log. I also like to make the actions I want to do on the certain key, like G is for guide, L is for legion, based on jump of course, and all of those U, I, O, P and the square brackets aren't that used, but I still keep it there. And now to the far right I have the familiars, which there's the insert button pretty close to my right hand. The home key is for whisper, I just use it whenever I need to. This is just for items I use from time to time, and those are for EXP buff. And the emotes I just keep as usual. So let's sum this up really quick. Main skill, secondary skills, or teleports, or mobility. Burst skills, bind, another bind with cooldown, both cooldown, all of those are cooldown. Consumables, effect cleaner, soul stuff, potions or summon skills for your choice. Toggle skill, another cooldown skill which I use pretty often. Holy symbol, the summon of Haku. Tengu strike to spam with the Shikigami hunting, the main skill. Picking up, guide, attack, all of those in this row aren't that used, except for the knockback cancel. Based on jump, of course. Insert, home page, up and down, all of those are items, whisper, and using familiars, and the emotes. And yeah, that's pretty much it for how I use my key bindings and how I set them up on Kana and other characters. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe because it really helps me and you get notified on new videos that I make weekly. Also like the video, and yeah, I will see you in the next video, Super Snipers. Bye bye.